President Vladimir Putin has issued a stark warning to the West, signaling a potential nuclear response if Russia is struck by conventional missiles, particularly those backed by nuclear powers. This statement comes as Moscow announces significant updates to its nuclear doctrine, reflecting heightened global threats. Speaking at a Security Council meeting, Putin outlined a shift in Russia's defense strategy. He emphasized that any attack on Russia, even by non-nuclear nations but supported by nuclear-armed states, would be considered a collective assault on the Russian Federation. This adjustment comes as the US and Britain reportedly discuss allowing Ukraine to target Russia with Western missiles.
The revised version of the document proposes to consider the aggression against Russia by any non-nuclear state, but with the participation or support of a nuclear state proposed as their joint attack on the Russian Federation. The conditions for Russia's transition to the use of nuclear weapons are also clearly stated. We will consider this possibility upon receiving reliable information about a massive launch of air and space attack weapons and their crossing of our state border. I mean strategic and tactical aircrafts, cruise missiles, drones, hypersonic and other aircraft.
Putin stressed that the new doctrine expands the conditions under which Russia would resort to nuclear weapons, including conventional attacks that could jeopardize its security. Belarus, a close ally, would also fall under this nuclear protection.
We reserve the right to use nuclear weapons in the event of aggression against Russia and Belarus as a member of the Union state. All these issues have been agreed upon with the Belarusian side, with the president of Belarus, including if the enemy, using conventional weapons, creates a critical threat to our sovereignty.
The war in Ukraine, now in its third year, has intensified tensions between Russia and the West to levels not seen since the Cuban Missile Crisis in 1962. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has repeatedly urged Western nations to provide long-range missiles for strikes deep inside Russian territory. While Ukraine's allies have debated crossing Moscow's red lines, Putin warned that such actions risk triggering a global conflict. As the world's largest nuclear power, Russia controls nearly 90% of the global nuclear arsenal alongside the United States. Putin highlighted the importance of maintaining this strategic deterrence, describing the nuclear triad as essential for Russia's security and global stability. He also confirmed that amendments to the nuclear doctrine had been in development for the past year, ensuring that any large-scale missile or drone attacks would trigger a potential nuclear response. This development heightens fears of an escalating confrontation that could draw NATO directly into the conflict, raising concerns about the outbreak of a global war.